Hiya folks, Lone Wolf here. Just a quick one this time, basically just to show you what accessories I've got on the GS 1250 40th anniversary edition. All the bits that I'll put on since I've had it, bits I like, bits I don't like, some of the stuff I've taken off. Apologies if the bike's a bit riffy, I've only just come back from riding and I ain't washed it. So please bear with that. So if this is for you and you're interested, stay tuned. Okay then, let's start at the top. That's a standard windscreen. Kept it on. I did have a fly screen on the top, but it was a light smoke. So when I did any videoing or anything, the camera used to pick it up and it used to detract from the pictures. Anyway, I thought I'd take it off. So I took it off, and there's no considerable difference. So either I didn't have it in the right position or it just didn't work. But anyway, so now I use it like that. Let's move on down a little bit. Okay, next thing is we got the headlight protector. Not mega money one, cheapy sort of one, but it does the job. I'm obviously not going to do off-roading on this. Did all that in years past when I was a motocross rider. So now I stick to the tarmac. So I bought that off eBay, good price, does the job. That'll do for me. Next along we've got the extra decals I put on the front of the beak just to break the lines up a bit. I like them, some do, some don't. But again, it's whatever floats your boat. Move on down a little bit. Let's have a look at front end. There we've got the spotlights on. I use, I've got two on here. I've got the Denali D4s at the bottom, and at the top just a pair that I've eBay. I've had them in the garage for some time and decided I'd drop them on when I had this bike. The top ones stay on permanent. The bottom one, the Denalis, they go off as on an easy can system, whereby you turn the left indicator on, the left one goes off, the right one goes indicator, the right one goes off. Quite good. I used the Denali bracket to mount the I don't know, you can probably see it very well there, the light ain't too good. But I used the Denali bracket there to mount the light on. Farther down, mudguard extender, which is standard spec I think these days for anything to do with the GS. Just helps life. And as for boots, there's a Michelin Pilot Road 6s. Really nice tyres, love them to bits. I've had 5s and even 4s I think on all the bikes I've had. These I've had on a while now and then show no sign of wear. Superb in the wet and good in the dry. Great all round tyres. Best I've had I think. Highly recommend them. Okay, now still on the front, and guide extensions. This is a 40th anniversary edition, the yellow, but I put the black extensions on the top. I didn't really want to change the yellow ones for black because I like the idea of it being yellow and black. So that was it. So some people say they like the look of it, but did it for me, so that's fine. Yeah, OEM crash bars that come with the bike, I believe they're BMWs. Do the job for me. I put these extensions on the outside as well. These little rubber things, just to give them a little bit of extra protection to that. And as you can see underneath, got the 719 billet, because it's a 719 edition as well. You probably can't see it, but there's at the front there, that is a engine guard. And at the top, radiator guards, a necessity I think. Right now, cockpit end. It's a nav 5 with a sunshade on it. Never had any issues with the nav 5. I know you have a lot of problems with nav 6. I've never had any problems with that. It's been as good as gold, to be honest. And I use my route app for all my routes that I put into it. Down a little bit, and we got the TFT. That's got a sunscreen on it. Also got a screen protector on it. Again, I've had no issues with mine. To the left of that, we got the remote control for the in-off K5 camera system I've got fitted. I use that as my next to that's the in-off K5 remote control for my in-off K5 camera. I use that as my dash cam. It's on permanently. Good footage, to be honest, if you ever need it. But I just got it all linked in, GPS obviously, the microphone's underneath the seat towards the rear end of the exhaust. But that's about, it's a good piece of kit. It's a bit expensive, but worth the money. If you look across then, we got this way, the old, that's the Verb camera, one of my Verb cameras. That's the mount I use on it. Across here, that's the remote control for the Alfie 1.5. Then the quad lock with the damper, and also the wireless charging. Now that is connected into there, which is the a dual USB socket. The original one was a single USB socket. I bought this one from Nippy Norman's, 5 minutes to fit. Helps because I can also use the other socket for one of my other cameras, possibly. It's mounted up there on there, you just see it there on the handlebars. Heated grips, obviously standard. I don't use any grip buddies. I did have some grip buddies on this bike, but I took them off. I'd had enough. They just didn't seem right, to be fair. I've tried a few times on a few bikes and they just felt a bit cumbersome. I got bar end weights in the end just to stop a little bit of the vibration damping. Again, I've always had them. Whatever bike I've had, I've always put them on. I did have mirror extensions on it, but I'd taken them off. They were useful when you're doing the IAM stuff to give it a bit more view out the back, but I found that sometimes they interfered with where the mode button is, and definitely the heated grip button. You had to sort of like get your finger underneath, and it could be a little bit awkward. I did have bar risers on. Bar risers were 25mm up and come back, but I couldn't get used to them. They did help a little bit with the back, but they felt like riding with cow horns. I don't know whether the old ones amongst us remember when you had a push bike when you was a kid and you ended up with cow horn handlebars on it. Well, that's what it felt like. It didn't seem to feel right, so they came off. Well, I think that's it for the front, other than the fact that we got tank ring, which is a Givey tank ring because I use a Givey tank bag. A bit dirty, you can probably just see it, but I got a mud sling on. Should have washed this the other day, but I'll come back late and I had a chance. Since then it's been tipping down the rain, so I haven't bothered to do it. Mud sling again, essential, keep the old ESA suspension protected. Move back up on here. There's the retaining strap for my heel light airbag that I use, and you can just see next to it the 12-volt connection that's direct to the battery, fed through a fuse. That's for the heated jacket and gloves. Keys heated jacket that I use, and the Keys heated gloves. In the back we've got a ultra tank bag and Alfie camera at the back, you can see there mounted, hopefully. So there we have the Motorrad tank bag, which I use on the back. Do change in the winter to a box, not an aluminium box. I've just got a cheapish, to be honest, normal, I think it's a 32 litre box, might not be that. Do swap it. At the moment I haven't bothered because the weather hasn't been too bad. but usually when it gets a bit really wet, I put that box back on, keeps things dry, because although that bank's lovely, it doesn't keep things dry. So Givi tank bag, which is what I use. That ring is a Givi ring, obviously, on the tank, not an SW Mowtec. I used to have SW Mowtec on the other bike. This also goes in the bag at the back, which is the in there's my tools, spare visor for my showy. Over here's another spare visor I put in my bag for when I got my Scorpion helmet on. Alongside it, bunch of stuff. Rock Creek compressor. Some other type of punch repair stuff there, and that's a dyno plug. Again, I use a dyno plug. All these bits here go in the back of my bag, so I've got them with me all the while. You never know when you're out what you might need. I'm going to say all that's in the back. The tank bag, I don't use it that often these days, mainly when I go off on a long day trip maybe, or definitely when I'm on a tour, but as general I don't bother with it now. I shove everything in the bag at the back. Yeah, and also I've just put the bike in the garage now, but ceramic coating. I've had it ceramic coated, had it done by Custom Detailing up at Retford, Nottingham, and I have to admit they did a superb job. I'll put a picture of it there up on its stand when they did it. Top class job, and it does make an awful lot of difference if you're riding in all weathers. What did I miss? Heel guards. GS heel guards, got one either side. Beowulf, they buy. Mate of mine given me off his GS when he sold it, and also protection on the rear shaft. I think that's it, folks. I think that's all I've done. Hope you enjoy the little tour, and it's shed some light onto what I use and what I don't use, and my thoughts. If you do like it and like the video, don't forget to subscribe, give us a like, and of course any nice suppliers out there who want a review doing on any equipment, feel free to give me a call. Other than that, this is the Lone Wolf signing off. Have a good day, and remember two things: whatever you do, do well, and most importantly, be careful out there. This is Lone Wolf saying bye for now.